A woman named Tianna Gaines-Turner spoke at a House hearing on poverty about her personal experience with poverty. And Republican Representative Todd Rokita is going to ask her questions here. And as you're about to see, he struggles with the idea that people can work hard and still be poor.
I'm just take my theoretical example.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to increase these programs by 500%, people would be out of poverty, and that would be a good thing.
Yes, the programs work. Yes, it would be good to move them out of poverty.
The cycle of dependency would certainly still be there, which you also don't like.
The what?
The cycle of dependency. You wouldn't be independent.
I'm independent. I'm independent now on the program.
You're independent on these
Yes, I consider myself to be very independent. I work just as hard as anybody in this room, and I'm very independent. So
I'm not challenging you on whether you are or not, but I mean, you say you're independent, but you're here testifying that you have to have these programs and you need these programs.
No, I didn't say I had to have these programs. What I said was these programs work to help people who are in struggling situations. If a person loses their job and they become unemployed,
That's not your situation. We're talking about yours. You have
okay, so my situation is that I have been.
What is your job?
Right now I work with young children at a recreation center. My job is to make sure that they are doing their homework, after school programs, making sure that the building is taken care of. That is my job. My husband works at a...
What's your pay amount?
My pay is $10.88 an hour.
And your husband, I saw from the testimony, your written testimony, works at a grocery store.
Yes.
And that's full-time as well.
Yes.
The reason why that clip is so interesting is you see the clash of two different worlds. And you can see it's the Republican world and the Democratic world. And he seems genuinely oblivious and shocked at the existence of the entire working poor class. And our response is, well, yes, Todd, over 10 million Americans bust their ass and still don't make enough money to survive. And she explains, she's like, look, I work, and I work full-time, and my husband works, and he works full-time, and she also goes on to explain that she does volunteer work as well. And she says, well, you have to understand, I still need the social safety net. Why? Because the jobs don't pay enough for us to survive. And therein lies the Republican policy contradiction. Because the Republican Party, of course, they are the first to turn around and say, well, we don't want to raise the minimum wage. That's just a bad idea. It's going to lead to higher unemployment, which it won't, by the way. There was a study that just came out that said that's absolutely not true. But they say, no, we just can't raise the minimum wage. We can't do it. Just sorry, can't do it. But then at the same time, they say, well, we also don't want the social safety net programs. We don't want welfare. We don't want food stamps. We don't want all these things that help out kids and help out unfortunate people, even if they're working a full-time job. So wait, you can't have it both ways. If you take away the program and you don't raise the minimum wage, people simply can't live. They can't survive. They don't have enough money. Even if they're as penny pinching as they want to be and live as frugal as they can, it's impossible. It's impossible. Okay? So either you're in favor of raising the minimum wage, or you have to be in favor of expanding the social safety net. But they want to have it both ways. They want to take away the social safety net and not raise the minimum wage. Look, every conservative should be in favor of raising the minimum wage. Why? Because they always say, well, we believe in small government. Okay, well, do you want to shrink government? Yes or no? If you do, and you want to limit those welfare programs and social safety net programs, well, then if you make the businesses pay the workers enough so they survive, okay, then of course the food stamp program will shrink, Medicaid will shrink, welfare will shrink. Absolutely, because they're going to be getting more money from the business. Again, it's amazing that they don't connect these dots. And then also, by the way, they'll turn around and try to paint this as, well, you want to purposely overpay people who are working and are in these low-wage jobs. No. You want to underpay them. $7.25 is artificially low. Because if the minimum wage kept up with the productivity of the worker, it would be over $20 an hour today. And we're not even asking for that. We're not even asking for that. A lot of the minimum wage proposals were at $10.50, or $12 is what's considered a living wage. But see, it's amazing. There's a total disconnect from reality, as Representative Todd Rokita is showing there. Because he's sitting there and he's listening, and he's like, it doesn't compute. I don't get it. So wait, you're saying you work and your husband works and you do volunteer work and you're an upstanding citizen and you pay your taxes and you are still in poverty? I don't get it. I don't understand. Well, look, man, that's the point. That's the point. It's not like liberals and progressives are out there, arguing, hey, if somebody chooses not to work ever, we should give them a mansion. That's the straw man that they paint of us, right? That, we go up to people who chose to smoke weed all day and watch reruns of SpongeBob and, fornicate ad nauseum, right? And they're like, fuck this, I don't want to get a job. Fuck it. Just completely fuck it. They act like liberals say, well, we believe that guy should get $100 an hour. No. First of all, the percentage of the population that's doing that, which I laid out, is 1% or less. 1% or less, tiny number. And nobody's arguing, hey, those guys should make a shitload of money, the same as the CEO. Nobody's saying that. But what we are saying is people who are working and who are upstanding citizens and who still don't make enough money to survive, that's why the social safety net programs are there.